To put it simple, Merkatus is a boutique advisory firm which helps fuel strategic partnerships between mid-stage startups and corporates. And recently we've been working with a lot of investment houses, not traditional investment houses, but more like family offices as well. And the core idea behind that is, there is a lot of incubation centers out there, a lot of accelerator programs, which is usually like, it's like the graduation school. You got like the 8 to 12 week program, you come out as a startup, and then you get some funding and what to do next. Mm-hmm. So on the other side, when I was sitting on the corporate side, I was looking for startups to partner with, just so that I can expand my digital journey. And through that is where the Merkatus idea started. So the idea is to connect these mid to late stage startups with corporates to fuel their catalytic growth. And that can be very transactional nature, initially, or it can be investments to full-scale acquisitions, in nature. So we have the full spectrum of that. We're very focused right now on retail and financial services space. That's because we have 7 partners in the firm. That's how our background kind of aligns with the industry as well. And like I said, recently there is a lot more interest from some of the family houses as well. So I spent about, my previous work was at Staples, and I spent about 10 years at Staples, the last few years as a senior director for product strategy and innovation. And a good part of my role was, what we realized, suddenly, Amazon became real for all the retailers. And in 2010, we had a huge digital transformation initiative. Ron Sargent, the CEO at that time, said, look, we got to compete, and we have to apply technology to do it. But we didn't have the army of Amazon to build everything. So we had to go and look out for and the technology is moving really fast outside the 4 walls of a corporate. So that was the role. Now what I found is, while that was true, bringing them in and they would look at any startup as any other kind of business partnership, or when when I left, we had acquired 3 companies, but to do that, it was more a cultural change than anything. It was not a technology problem. It was not, none of that really kind of mattered. It was about how to get the executive leadership team in the corporate world apply that technology to make it relevant for their customers, and how to get the team to rally behind that. And part of that meant, keeping, and the startups also need some, they are very flexible, nimble, they like the autonomous nature of how they can run and operate. So, putting together that structure is really the challenge. I mean, a lot of people say, hey, it's really hard to find what is the right fit. No, it's not. I mean, you can find a lot of things that can fit to augment to some part of your business, but finding one that can align to you culturally and making that transition happen is the hardest part of our work.